Hello everyone. I hope I'm audible to you. And this is a live video in which we are going to solve a particular machine known as um, Escalate, Escalate 1 to be specific. This is the machine. So I had already means covered this machine up. So I'm going to explain you how you can also clear this machine up. So this is a one of the machine which is been recommended to solve in OSCP. So my name is Offensivekernel. So we are going to start this video by solving Escalate 1 Linux machine recommended for OSCP peoples. So here is my Kali machine, and both of are first of all let me explain the environment. So both of are running in VirtualBox and Bridge network. So here we go, and as you can see I have already taken the root permissions, so let me go through again. Yeah, so to start the Escalate 1, we have to get the IP of the Escalate 1. So in my case I know the IP, so what I will do is I will just basically give the scan, and I have already saved that scan result. We can again scan it, no issues. So just wait a second, we'll get the scan result in a moment. Okay, there we go. Let me full screen it. Yes, so as we can see, there are multiple ports running on this particular machine. There are RPCs, Samba, and RPC bind, and Apache is there. And as you can see, it is based on Ubuntu. So Ubuntu is there. This is just a guessing, nothing else. So with this particular details, we are unable to see, like we have to get started. So first what I will do is my favorite, I will go on the web. I will try to access the web. And so what I have done is I had created a host entry. So you can also create a host entry. Just type the IPs, and then you can type the entry you want. For example, escalate.local. I had added the domain, so whenever I try to open this particular domain in my browser, it will go on this particular IP, just the DNS thing. Or you can just nano etc host, you can give the entry here. Let me also have this tagging here like Vulnhub machines IPs, because I will add more in future. So this is just basically a new virtual machine which I am using right now. My main virtual machine is different than this virtual machine, Kali. So to add the entry, you can do like echo and something like this. So you can give the IP and the entry domain name you want. I would recommend you to add as .local, or in my case I can also do .ok for offensive kernel, and then etc host to add this entry in etc host. But make sure you add this double greater than lesser than symbols, because if you add only one, it will just basically remove all the others and add this line only, and it can make you trouble in future. Okay, so now we will get start, because I will be only using escalate local domain again and again, so you won't get confused. That's why I'm explaining it right now. So this is the normal web page, so we are not getting anything major on this particular web page. But what we want to see here is not there. And if we check on the web page, it is the source code. The source code is basically the default source code, and there is nothing to work on. So what we can do is now we can start the scanning, or we can say web fuzzing. As the default Dubbuster, I have tried, but Dubbuster default one, it was not working for me. I guess there is some custom word list we can use. Let me check here. Hyphen help. Okay, so it is not giving. So let me show you what I have done is I have used the w fuzzer, that is web fuzzer. um, I think it is very low to you to understand. Let me take it up. So if I zoom in a little, that's okay, I guess. And if I type here w fuzzer, so basically what I have first is I have used the w fuzzer command -c -z command, the file name which I am going to use it. So I have already used the directory. In case of the directory it is not giving anything. What we can do is we can also wait a second, just so I have tab layout. No, no, I want 8 different. Yes, okay, control shift D. Yes, that's what I wanted, but no, it is not like my expectations. Let me open it again. Action split screen vertical, okay, -r, and here also sudo so why I'm doing this, so we will use two of the fuzzings. First is for I will use for directory. So as it is a local machine and I have given it a lot of resources, and I don't think it will get jammed, so I can fuzz it more. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fuzz this particular website, that is escalate.local, and the file or the word list I'm going to use it is the raft large directory. You can also download this, and it is the checklist directory, so you can download the checklist. I will explain you where you can download it from. And here is the same checklist, but I am using the Rafael, don't know. So directories and files are there. So what I'm trying to explain you here is I'm going to search for the directories or fudge for the directories, and also going to fuzz for the files in the sense means pages for the web directories. And I'm going to hide the code 404 and 403, because 404 I have hided first, but 403 was giving a lot, so I have hided it that also. Here also did the same, and then given the web page, and I have given here like /fuzz, so I want it to fuzz here for directories and for fuzz here for files. So first we will try for directories, and directory it is started. For files also we will start, it will do it simultaneously. So it has find it index.html, but that is not helpful for us. What I want is it's something different, because that is not interesting. Yes, now it is interesting, that is shell.php. So let it get complete. Till that time I will show you. Okay, this is completed. So let me explain you before going on shell.php is where you can download the checklist. So checklist, if you go on like github.com, so you can get here like checklist, and I guess this is the checklist. Yes, this is the checklist. So you can download this checklist, or what you can do, if you are using any sort of a Kali based machine, then you can like apt install checklist, and it says like checklist is already in the newest version, so I don't need to install. You can install it like this if you are using Kali machine. You don't have to go on the GitHub page. So now we will get back to what we were doing is, so here the shell.php is there, and if we go on like slash shell.php, okay, I've already done so much work. Shell.php, it says like password command, pass command as get parameter. So now the web page is giving us the hint like to pass the what we say, pass the command, that is cmd as get parameters. So get is a method in html, so we are going to use that method. We don't want to open up the bob suite, so what we are going to do is we are going to add a question mark and then cmd, and you already know by seeing I have already typed it here. So is equals to, and what you can do is first do ls to check whether your command is working or not. And as we can see index.html and shell.php is working. You can see index.html, shell.php, what we have got, right? So now as we are able to run the commands, so I have run it for many of the things. For example, I have checked for the home, and I was seeing like there are 8 users there. I was also checking whether the users are having many files, but as we can see, if each and every user is having many files, so like see, there are many files which we have to look on. And if you are thinking like you will be getting everything, then you are wrong absolutely, because if you do cat etc password, you are getting this much things. You will also get, I guess, user, where is user, okay, this is there. And one more thing, okay, okay, so these users are there, but they are not giving us the hash value to crack. And now shadow it is not giving. Now what we have to do is we have now got to know like it is working, and it is basically giving us the desired output. So we know like we are able to run the command on the victim machine, so we have to get a shell of this, because interacting again and again with this is very tough, and also not very easy or convenient to use, because hacking we need to be very patient, you know. So I will go on refshell.com. This is a website, and what I will going to do is, so first of all, why I'm here, because if I type here like python hyphen h, so we can see like python is installed there. So based on which we are going to create a reverse shell, or a reverse shell in our system, and then this system will get connected with our system, so we can access their shell access. Okay, so now if I go on like python 2, and here we got the files. So basically what I am going to do is, this is my local IP address, and this is the port which I am going to open on my particular machine. So make sure that this port is not being getting used in your particular machine. Okay, so I will copy this particular code after entering my Kali machine, which is which is the attacker machine. So my Kali machine's IP address is this, and this is the port number which I'm going to use. Okay, it is saying to open the listener, use this particular command. So we are going to copy this payload, and we can also means for example right now it is encoding, so there is no issues, it will work. Before working it, let me open, let me exit this. So why, I don't know why this is checking my patience level. You know, there is some space, look, every time spaces are coming. Exit, exit, leave. And now what we are going to do is nc-nvlp 360, my favorite port number. And what I'm going to do is, once the shell the port listening is on, I had copied that particular code, and I will hit enter. Once it is hit enter, you know, like you can see here, the this particular thing, we have got a shell. So if I type here like who am I, it will say like user 6, so we got the access of user 6. So let me zoom in a little, so hope so you might be able to see. Oh, let me check it once, you are able to see it or not. Yes, you are able to see it. So now what we will do is, we are going to check it with the command. So what tree does is, it creates a hierarchy for like what are the so before going on that, let me explain why I'm doing it. So if we check our present working directory is under the HTML, that is the Apache folder. So what we will do is, we will go in home directory, where I am thinking like there will be users which I have see on the Apache, right? So there are 8 users in totals. So if we check, sorry, Now if we check, each users is having, okay, so first of all it is not an interactive shell. Let me get an interactive shell first. So I am, I guess, having the command. So let me check technical, I guess, and yes. So I had created the notes of like how I have hacked it. So this is the Python command you can use for getting the shell. And now what we will do is, now we will do pwd. Now we can do like ls, and now if I do like user one, still not giving. Okay, done. So we can see there is some users, and if we again do ls user 2, it is giving again. There are more and more folders. So what I am trying to say is, in each of these users there are so many of folders, so many of files inside that folders, or might be it is empty. We have to check it all, but to check it each and every folders you need so much of time. So we don't have that much of time. We have to make the things little easier. To do it we can use a tree command, but tree is not been installed primarily. So I was checking is tree is there, so it was saying like tree is there, and you can see once I hit tree and enter, it is giving me all the files. So let me make it simple a little. Okay, yes, this is good. So we can see how much files and folders are there. For example, tree, desktop, in this these are the files, and these are empty, so they are not giving any files name. This is also, there is nothing much. It seems like it is a Windows file system hierarchy. Nothing else. So after that we get something interesting at user 4, auto script. Let's check more downloads there, abc.txt. And what else we got? User 6, okay, user 7, okay, and user 8 is there, okay. And one more thing, script is there in user 5. So what we have got is user 4 saying auto script. So first we will check for user 4, that is to cat user, sorry, cat home user 4, and in user 4 that is desktop, and there is auto script.sh. And if we check, it says like cat home user desktop. There in this particular script there is like touch file is been used, sorry, touch command is used to create a file for in home of like user 4, that is abc.txt, and in which they are like saying like echo I will automate the process bash hyphen I. So this doesn't make sense. And if we use like ls-la to check the permissions and the hidden files there, okay, so what we have got is this is not been writable by us, so we can't like use the cron. So if it is been used by cron, then we would able to edit it. So if we check like echo, okay, in auto script.sh, it says like permission deny. We can't do like sudo hyphen l because that is not there for it. Okay, control c ended. I will do it again. Done, got the access. Okay, now what we have to do is, now uh, we have to check for the user file, I guess. Okay, so script is there in user file. I will go in user files directory. I don't want to take you directly there, so I am letting you know like these are the files you have to check on. So now what I will check is it a executable file, and it says like it is a executable file. Now we will execute this file. Okay, it is not getting executed. Can we give it the permissions? Nope. No, it is not giving the desired output. So what else? What else? Is there anything we are missing? I guess yes. If we do tree again, video scripts are there. Okay, ABC is there, auto script is there. Okay, so what we have to do is we have to check for more files, and yeah, here it is, shell. We will go now in user 3 ls, and there is one shell file. Now if we do like file shell, it is also executable. So there are many traps which are used. So if we like shell, and it says you are running in super user mode, be very careful. And if I type like who am I, and it will show me who am I. If I try to go in root, I am in root, and there we go, we have the root access. And if we check the IP, and this is the IP. So this is how we have solved this particular machine, guys, the Escalate one, and this was about it. Next time I will try to do it live directly, so you can also understand the pain and the psychology behind working on this particular machines to solve it, so you don't have to watch the walkthroughs and you can get a better idea to solve each and every steps. Okay, so this was it about the Escalate one. I hope you like this particular video. See you in the next one. Thank you.